Feel free to call in on the usual number or text on 84850. It's LBC 97.3, first call of the night, Central London, and Mike. Hello, Mike.
How you doing there, Clive?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. What's up?
Regent's Park, mate. I'm right here where Barnes is landed. I heard that helicopter coming.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite dark out here. There's loads of cones on the south side of Regent's Park. I've done a job through there, and they're pushing everyone out of Hanover Gate, which takes you into St John's Wood, that area.
Yeah.
But all around that area now is lots of police vans, lots of police on bikes, probably lots of plainclothes and special people from Obama. And also in the park, which is quite close to Winfield House, they've got special lights set up, searchlights, big tall ones, so no one can even get close to that house.
Wow.
So anyone walking from Camden to Regent's Park a little bit drunk tonight, don't go nowhere near it.
You don't want to stumble into that lot, do you?
Shot on the spot, mate.
Yes, absolutely.
Here, and there's a lot of activity, a lot going on there in this park. It's busy, and there's a lot of police there.
Yeah, because this is where he's staying, at the American Embassy.
No, well, it's not the embassy. It's the American ambassador's residence.
Yes, sorry. Yes.
When the president stays in London, he takes over that.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's in Regent's Park.
That's just off Regent's Park. Yeah, it's just the main 90% of the road around Regent's Park is still open, but there's a certain part that will be closed until he leaves, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people around here, so behave yourself if you're coming through the park tonight.
Yeah.
But
go on.
On a light, and tomorrow,
yeah,
with the disturbances predicted by certain media people, 95% of them people are good people, you know. There's a 5% militant, and what I like to say to them, even if they're militant, because we live in a fair society, which allows people to protest, you know, and them ones that cause trouble. Don't you realise that we live in a place where you're allowed to do this? In any other country that doesn't have our democracy, you'd have been beaten up on the spot, literally. You know, they abuse that in a way. Right?
Yes.
They abuse the fact that the freedom of speech is the wonderful thing that we have in Western Europe or in England. And they abuse that right. And it's them lot that bring down 95% of the good, honest people that like a nice peaceful process.
And what do you think is going to happen tomorrow?
I think most of it's been media hyped and over-encouraged because there's bugger all else going on in the news. And so it'll be making big headlines. But, yeah, there'll be a few out there for trouble. And I hope the police deal with them properly because they abuse that one fundamental right that we have here. Yeah.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. 0845 6060 973. It's LBC 97.3. Essex now, and John. Hello, John.
Hello, good evening.
Evening, John.
I just want to say that violence is a bad thing, and it doesn't achieve anything. And I feel that it's just that if something does happen tomorrow, that it's just the headline to make it. That shouldn't be the point of making people stand up and talk and say what they feel about what's going on in the world and what's going on in the city. I work in the city, and we've been told to wear jeans, to dress down, to avoid coming into, although I work in the city, I'm not, we've been told the way we're to dress and we're not to go out of our buildings, and it's so controlled.
Yeah.
There's so much going on in the city.
You've got to look like the protesters then.
I'm what, sorry?
You've got to look like protesters.
Yeah, we've been told we're not allowed to wear our suits because my bank that I work for, we always wear suits, never dress down. So we're wearing jeans, we're wearing trainers, we're wearing jackets. We're not to wear suits at all. We're not to go out at lunchtime, and we're at security on the doors to tell us when we can and cannot leave. I agree with a lot of what's happened in the fact that so many people have lost their jobs and so many people are being affected by this credit crunch, me for one of them. And I don't advocate the fact of what happened in banking. We need the banking industry in our lives because of what it provides for us. But we do need to look at the bonus culture. We need to look at the amount of money that's sloshing around where people are getting paid And at the end of the day, they will walk away with hundreds of thousands of pounds, and they do not care about what's going on to the little people in the street.
No. Well, isn't that exactly why there possibly need to be some peaceful protests?
Peaceful protests, yes. Make sure you put your point across. Don't cause violence. The people that are on the street, police in the street, the security services, are doing their job. Then you can walk around the streets. You can say whatever you want. You can go to Hyde Park Corner and you can spurt off about anything you want to.
The thing is, if you go to the trouble is though, John, you go to Hyde Park Corner, nobody's even going to notice you. Nobody will report it. Nobody will be interested because that's just normal. Any sort of violent protests or large protests or protests that inconvenience politicians, that is going to get the coverage, and that's going to get people talking, isn't it? Yes, it is, Clive. John, thanks very much indeed. 0845 6060 973. Mobiles are great, aren't they? We can text in as well. We'll look at your text 84850. I'll have a look at some of those in just a moment on LBC.
Join in London's biggest conversation. Call Clive Bull 0845 6060 973. Text 84850.
Okay, here are some of the messages then. Ryan says, Clive, I'd just like to say that I've now turned off my computer now that you've said that about the virus. Well, I don't know whether that's the right thing to do or not. Possibly it is. We'll try and find out more about that as the night goes on. Simon in Leeds says, I don't know if you heard, but apparently Jamie Oliver will be cooking for the leaders at the G20 summit. He'll apparently be cooking something according to the current state of the economy. I guess that's a Big Mac and fries if you're lucky then. Very good. Vicky has said, I support the peaceful protest tomorrow. I don't condone violence.